Hi guys, I'm now 18 months post hair and eyebrow transplant surgery and I love my results. What a journey it has been from the very first day when I stepped on that plane to Istanbul in Turkey and took the tentative steps into the clinic. Hair transplant surgery has been an arena that has been dominated by men for decades. Women just don't speak about hair loss in the same way. We don't feel as comfortable and confident to share our fears and concerns and insecurities when we see a part of our body becoming thinner or weaker or failing us. Female hair loss is often seen as an illness or a sickness or the symptom or result of undergoing chemotherapy. But instead, why can it not be a normal part of aging that we discuss the options that are available to us? When we talk about hair extensions and wigs and hair accessories, hats, hoods, caps, everything we do to hide the fact that we're losing hair, why not address the fact that we're losing hair and talk about the options available to us? Whether you use shampoos or tablets, PRP injections, creams and oils, surgery is an option that is permanent for all. The hair follicles that are taken from the back of the head and placed into our transplant area will stay for a lifetime. They cannot thin, they cannot recede, they cannot fall out. Whether you then go on to have multiple hair transplants later in life, just as your eyesight would deteriorate with time and with the usage and wear and tear of life, we may continue to recede further back in areas that haven't been treated. But rest assured, you can return for multiple treatments from the same donor area to fill in any gaps that should appear 5, 10, 15 or 20 years down the line. I personally take great comfort in knowing that my hairline will always be thick and full and voluminous, that I will never have receding temples ever again, that my eyebrows will stay thick and beautifully shaped to frame my face. In sharing my personal experience of my hair transplant as a woman, as a mother, I hope that I have inspired and motivated you to seek advice and information for yourself if you are suffering in silence with hair loss. You are not alone and there is hope. So how has my life changed after having a hair transplant? How does it compare to other surgeries? And what would I do differently now that I've had this treatment and I am fully recovered, my full and final results? It is literally immeasurable how different I feel as a person, the confidence it has given me to jump out of bed in the morning rather than stand in the shower nervous to look down at all of the hair in the plug hole. To know that my hairline is thick and full, my eyebrows beautifully in place where they should be, where they used to be before years of overplucking. It's a weight off of my heart. It is a second chance to restore what I once had and was lost. And now I have a much better relationship with my own hair. For quite some months, I really didn't want to dye my hair. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want heat anywhere near it. I wanted to cherish and protect every single follicle that had been transplanted, as well as the rest of my hair that had been left alone to grow. As a result of this, my natural hair colour flourished and I returned to a number 7 on the hair scale, which is a dark blonde, but to me looks a bit more brunette. It's the midpoint between having light and dark hair, bang in the centre. I then felt that my hair was so dark, it was something I hadn't embraced in years, and after spending months and months and months of allowing my hair to regrow from the donor area to catch up with the length of hair that was left behind and untouched from surgery, I then decided to go for balayage for my hair colour. Now, in comparison to previously having my whole hair bleach blonde, oh, why did I do that? To then trying henna hair dye, which gave me red hair, which I absolutely loved, but became so dark. Embracing my natural colour, letting it grow out after having had my hair transplant surgery and waiting for my full and final results, to now just tickling through just a subtle colour to the framing of the face, the money piece, and the ends and tips of my hair. I feel like it's in such wonderful condition now. The donor area is fully regrown. The hair that was left behind prior to surgery is the same length as my regrown donor hair now. And so I'm no longer chasing the difference between the regrowth and my natural length of hair. Now, 18 months may seem like a long time to wait for results, as we're so used to having everything instantly. We think of Deliveroo and Amazon dropping things to us within 24 hours. 18 months seems like a long time. Actually, your results are visible way before then. My hairline thickened within just a few months, and to reach maximum length and volume, around a year, I was pretty okay. 18 months now has really just taken in the difference between the regrowth of hair and the hair that was left behind when I had surgery. I think we can all benefit from treating our hair better, not snapping and breaking, using harsh chemicals on it, hair ties that dig in, or giving it a bit of rough treatments. The more that we can look at ways to nurture our body, mind and soul, the happier and healthier we will be. So whilst my hair is my crowning glory, I feel that it's also a reflection on my life as a whole. The way that I have reassessed my lifestyle, the way that I treat myself, the way that I value what makes me who I am, and cherish everything you have for as long as you are blessed to have it. One day we will all look back, and the things that we are insecure about today, the things that we feel aren't good enough, we will beg for one more second of that when we are in our 60s, 70s and 80s. So please don't beat yourself up about imperfections. If you do want to make a change and you want to make a difference to your hair, there are options available that you can explore. But please understand, you are not less of a person for losing hair. We must all move through different phases of life and do what feels natural and positive for us, what brings you happiness and peace with the stage of life that you are at present. I would like people to realise that hair transplants are not as expensive as other cosmetic surgeries. At just £2,600 for 2,500 follicles to my hairline and eyebrows, this is half the cost of a breast augmentation. Think how popular that is, yet we never talk about hair loss. I have meticulously detailed everything about my hair transplant surgery at my blog, tracykiss.com, where you can see the before and after photos, my entire video diary collection, as well as tips on what to take with you to and from your surgery, the aftercare and advice given to me by my surgeon to maintain and maximise results once I returned home. I love that this surgery is completely undetectable. Once the regrowth has happened, there is no scarring, there is no thinning to the donor area. You would never know that you've had surgery. And that's what's so exciting when people say to me, I thought you just have a full head of thick hair, how lucky you are. And I say, well, actually, 10 years of hair loss and suffering in silence has led me to where I am today. And thank goodness I have arrived. 18 months has absolutely flown by. It only feels like yesterday, but you just get caught up in life, doing the things that you love, feeling more sociable, feeling more at peace in your own body. And before you know it, months pass, seasons pass, a year passes, and suddenly you think, my goodness, I'm no longer recovering from surgery. It's all done. I could not recommend the clinic, my surgeon and the team more highly. From booking with Get More Hair, the cosmetic concierge in the UK, to arriving in Istanbul at Cosmetica Clinic and having my surgeon Dr. Levent Akar and his nurses and team take care of me. It has been a whirlwind, a positive, wonderful, spiritual journey for me to regain my crowning glory and feel like the world is my oyster. You can do anything when you love the skin that you are in. Thank you so much for joining me on this entire process. It has been so cathartic and I'm so glad that we got to share in this. I hope that we can continue to break down taboos and societal norms, that we can make hair loss something that is treatable, that does have permanent solutions and that is safe and attainable for all. The more that we talk about hair loss, the sooner we can prevent people from suffering in silence like I did for 10 years. So let's speak openly and honestly, show up as humans, as equals, and say what really matters to us in life. Wherever you are in your hair journey, I wish you love and light. Take care of yourself, be kind to yourself and others, and I will see you all soon.